Amy, directed by Asif Kapadia, was a beautifully crafted observational documentary in which the rise and downfall of a musical legend is told. This documentary was released in the UK and US in 2015. In just 2 hours and 9 minutes, Amy takes you on a roller coaster ride of emotions. The film is made of archival videos of Amy Winehouse highlighting her rise to fame and tragic downfall. Going into the movie, I'd known Amy only for singing the song Rehab and that she had died tragically as a young adult. By the time the closing credits had rolled in, I felt as though I had known Amy. The documentary talks about how Amy grew up to be a 6-time Grammy winner, starting with her as a developing artist using jazz music as an outlet for her emotions. Music gave Amy the independence from her family she desired. The documentary uses home videos from her childhood to show her broken family and hard-headedness, even as a small child. Learning about Amy's childhood makes it easier to understand what led to her downfall as an adult. Asif Kapadia uses the lyrics to Amy's songs to give viewers insights into her emotions during certain points in her life. The footage of Amy as she slowly becomes less mentally stable and overly dependent on broken relationships and drugs is heartbreaking. The film highlights the horrifying extent of her drug abuse fueled by her overdependence on horrible boyfriends and her inability to handle her quick rise to fame. The use of previously unseen footage and voiceovers from interviews with her family, friends, and managers show a side of Amy that the public eye was unaware of or merely thought was comedic when Amy was in public looking like an absolute mess. The film dives deep into the control her eating disorder, alcoholism, heroin, and cocaine use had over her life. The film is a tragic story of Amy's career, yet seems biased in some ways. Amy's family has disassociated themselves from the film, her own father being heartbroken over how the film portrayed him. The film painted Mitch Winehouse, Amy's dad, as an uninvolved father whose interest was more in her musical success rather than her well-being. He didn't address her eating disorder and pushed her to do more shows rather than take time to deal with her drug abuse issues. The film spends a lot of time explaining how the lack of Amy's father's involvement in her childhood made her overly dependent on him as an adult, which one can even tell from the song Rehab, in which Amy said, "And if my daddy thinks I'm fine, she wasn't going to put herself through rehab." Amy's parents are portrayed as supportive of her career, but not of her attempts to seek help. The film's interviews with friends and analysis of what Amy's childhood was missing makes it clear that she needed love and structure, and her parents and the media pushed her too far. This documentary is a beautiful yet tragic film depicting Amy Winehouse's rise and fall from fame, taking viewers on an emotional journey guided by Amy's songs and interviews from those who are closest to her. If you love Amy Winehouse, or if you've never heard of her, this documentary will capture your attention and make you develop a love for Amy and her talent.